Welcome and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for sharing part of your day with CIONET. We're thrilled that so many people are attending from around the world. My name is Amy McIlvaine. I'm a Vice President of Sales with CIONET based in the Philadelphia Mid-Atlantic region. You're attending the first of 4 sessions featuring Tribes, a product of CIONET. Our future events will focus on very specific IT domains and include members of our active tribes sharing their results and their experiences using this unique product. CIONET is new to North America, so I want to take a minute and provide an introduction and overview about CIONET. CIONET is the largest global community of CIOs and senior IT executives in the world. Our focus is on connecting ambitious digital leaders and businesses around the globe. We're privileged to have nearly 10,000 members worldwide. Our mission is to develop, manage, and moderate a next generation community and platform offering both offline and online events designed to provide real world results and value to CIOs and their senior executive teams. This active community of digital leaders benefits from the shared knowledge and experiences of this exclusive connected community of IT leaders. The community is available 24/7. They engage on a daily basis using the CIONET app that's available on the App Store for any Android or iPhone. I'd like to take a minute and introduce my colleagues here today, representing the CIONET team for the entire US and Canada territory. Representing Georgia, the Georgia region is my colleague Lisa West, based in Atlanta. Representing the Florida region is my colleague Jesse England. Our speakers today are Mark Zawacki, who is the chairman and interim CEO of CIONET in the US and Canada. Mark is a recognized trusted partner to global IT leaders. He spent his career advising CIOs, CTOs, and digital leaders about innovation, helping them to formulate their ideas. His differentiator is that he's been doing this in very difficult prevailing economic conditions. This has resulted in tremendous demand for Mark's time, so we're really privileged that he was able to carve out his time to join us today. Bartocz Gorczynski is the managing partner of CIONET in Poland. Bartocz developed and designed Tribes from inception and is the key architect of the Tribes methodology and framework. This session is limited for 30 minutes today. It's being recorded and will end promptly at 8 a.m. for those in the eastern part of the United States. For anyone wishing to reach out to our team to have a conversation, we'll feature our contact information at the end and we'll follow up with you individually. Today's discussion, again, is all about CIONET Tribes. We'll be exploring its origin, the model itself, how it works, and why this approach is different, and the results that it achieves. Thank you. We're also going to be having a Q&A session at the end. If you will use the chat feature appearing at the bottom of the Zoom, we'll capture your questions. Thank you again for attending. Bartocz, I'd like to turn the floor over to you at this time.
Thank you so much, Amy. So my name is Bartocz Gorczynski. I'm based in Warsaw, Poland. And I assume that my great friend, also half Polish, I would say, Mark Zawacki, will join me to explain the Tribes concept. Am I right, Mark?
Thanks, Bartocz. Polish in name, but 4th generation immigrant, so not Polish in language. So we have about 25 minutes, Bartocz, and as Amy described, we're just going to have a conversation about what really is Tribes, why we're bringing it to the U.S. market, and the value. Let me tee it up by saying I've known CIONET since the very beginning. Henrik Decker set it up, and I remember him telling me, hey, I'm going to create a community of CIOs And my view was that's a solved problem, that CIOs around the world they're kind of connected in their local communities, and they're, they'll meet at the Holiday Inn or at the, the Marriott and have breakfast once a quarter, and some vendor, sponsors it. That's not what Tribes is. And what I think what you've created is something quite unique. So let's back up. And, you're talking to somebody on the street. Very simply, how would you describe Tribes? What is it basically?
Maybe Mark, few words about the origin of it. So
yes.
So managing the community here in Europe and Latin America and Australia, we got strong feedback from our members, CIOs, that their IT departments, when they face everyday challenges, they look for the mechanism to solve them faster, address them faster, and with the higher quality. So then we started designing the platform, the mechanism, the program for them to address this issue, this challenge. So what I would like to, so when you will ask me on the street what it is, it's the way to address IT experts' challenges in much faster way than the mechanisms that are available for them now. So I'm happy to show you how it works very practically. So I can share my screen and explain the concept and the elements of the program using the app that Amy mentioned. So are you okay with this, Mark? Or you would like to?
Before we do that, let's explain to people really what they're looking at. You've often described this as a problem-solving network. If I'm a CIO in New York, I can just call another CIO buddy of mine, ask him a question, and we go well beyond that. And so this problem-solving network it's not only the CIOs working together collaboratively on an agenda for the year, but it's all of their direct reports. So all the CISOs, all the heads of DevOps, all the heads of infrastructure, they have their own network as well inside this thing we call the tribe.
Exactly, Mark. So it was the request.
Elaborate on that a bit before you show the demo?
Yeah, so that's exactly the area of the request we got from CIOs. They said, build the platform for our direct reports because they have challenges every day. Our challenges, CIO challenges, can be resolved or addressed through the ordinary CIONET activities that we run. So what I will do, I will show you the screen. So, second, I hope you can see it.
And while you're pulling this up, when you say platform, you do mean there's an IT system, there's a system of record behind this that's capturing every issue they're working on. And that's what you're now showing. Yeah,
so I'm showing the technology platform that is used within the Tribes program. But for me, Tribes is a platform. Maybe it's my Polish English, sorry for that. but for me, it's a platform because it connects people through the app, but also the program activities. So it was designed and is managed by Tribe Master from CIONET. So you can now treat me as or imagine I'm the Tribe Master of one of the tribes. So person who runs the program for the number of people. So what you can see now is the CIONET platform available to all the members. You can see the feed of different news and discussion, but I will not elaborate on it. When we go to the tribe zone, you will be able, if it works, okay, it works. You will see the number of tabs, and they represent different tribes in our system, on our platform, because in the current state, we have 4 tribes operational. Thanks to that, we tested the methodology and we know how it should be delivered with the highest value to our CIOs that decide to invest in the program. So you can see that we have 4 tribes in Warsaw, 1 in Brussels. So I even don't have the access to the Brussels tribe. Why? Because it's all based on confidentiality and we create trusted networks. So I'm not from Brussels, so I don't have access to the discussion of the Brussels tribe. But what I want to show you the special version of the tribe demo that we designed to avoid these confidentiality challenges, but to explain the structure of the program. So,
and Bartocz, while you're doing that, you talk about the protection of information, but can you explain to all of our listeners today in the US and Europe, can you explain there's approximately 10 companies per tribe and they don't compete with each other, therefore they're more likely to share information. Has been by design, it's been our experience, correct?
exactly. So what we, by definition, tribe is the group of companies that are linked by CIONET in this at least 12 months program, not competing with each other. So in the program, we will have one bank, one insurance company, one retailer. There could be production company. There could be IT department in the one of the city municipalities. Or so that's the idea behind it. So that's the task that CIONET has to complete. So we go to our members and we invite them to the program. So what I show you is the overview of the tribe that was designed by us. So we have now, imagine we have now 8 to 10 companies not competing with each other. There are no vendors in the program. So when I click on the overview, and each time you go to any tribe zone, you will be able to see, first of all, the tribe participants. I don't know why it's going so slowly. Okay, sorry for that. So if you go to the tribe platform, you will see that the following companies are members of this particular tribe. So you see the names of the companies, you can read about them. We have some data about them. Then you mentioned, Mark, the confidentiality, which is assured by the code of conduct document that is signed by all the participants. And then, very important element of this architecture of the program is that all the CIOs that represent the organizations within the tribe, they sit down at the very beginning together with us, and they define 6 to 7 domains of the program around which the squads will be defined. So in this particular example, those CIOs decided that there will be 7 areas of the program, domains. One will be IT architecture, one will be development and maintenance, and you can read the list of the others. So that's the main element of the program. So in our concept, we link IT architects from 10 companies. We link IT development and maintenance managers. We link 10 IT governance managers. Those could be even CIOs participating in those groups. 10 CISOs. If one of the companies wants to dedicate 2 people instead of 1, they can do it. It's freedom in the program. So
okay, let me,
yeah,
Bartocz, let me
ask questions, please.
Yeah, let me put a finer point on that, clarify that for anyone. So, and you know, tribes, squads, it's kind of a new language, or maybe if you heard those terms, we're using squads in the, you know, in the domain of agile or something. So 10 companies make up a tribe, and they have approximately 7 people per company in that tribe. So a tribe membership is effectively roughly 70 executives, and they're organized by functionality, by domain. You mentioned architecture being one, the CIOs themselves being another, the heads of application, and we call those squads. So there's effectively 7 squads per tribe. And then additionally, at the beginning of the year, they plan out 3 or 4 key agenda items they want to work on. Each squad or each team does that. So if you have 7 squads and they're each working on 3 to 4 problems for the year, that's 21 to 28 strategic issues that they're advancing across the IT function. Exactly.
So the power of the program is that when we have the domains decided or defined, we have people assigned. By the way, Mark, you calculated 70 people in the program. The reality is that because the program is based on freedom principle, so people can invite other colleagues to to the squad sessions, as we call it, roughly our statistics after 2 years of running this program is that in one tribe, 120, 130 people are linked together in 7 domains. And that's the power of the program. So what we organize, let's assume we jump into development and maintenance squad. So if I show you this part of our information system, I can see who are the squad members. So I can see the names of people, their email addresses. So they create like little community of friends, but trusted community, because the companies send them to the program or decided that they participate, and they do not compete. So what we do in the program is our tribe master organizes at least 1 squad session per month. And as you mentioned, Mark, each of those sessions is well defined in advance. So when we start the session, we know what will be the topic to be covered. So I can go to the topic lists here on the app and see the development and maintenance backlog of topics. So I can learn, sorry, it goes so slowly. So I can learn what were the topics already discussed and what are the topics scheduled for the next sessions. Sorry for that.
You had earlier, you know, a lot of this has new language, Bartocz. We talk about tribes and squads. At this point, I'd like you to talk a little bit more while the screen refreshes about the tribe master. This is essentially a dedicated project manager that we assign to the tribe. I like to say, to make sure the trains run on time. So these 7 work streams, these 7 squads, each looking at a different domain of IT and problem solving on a continuous basis, it needs a project manager to schedule all the meetings, to schedule all the follow-up, to do the note taking, to assign the tasks. Do you want to elaborate on that tribe master role that
with pleasure.
Part of our team?
It's key person in the program and the person that assures the quality and value from the program. Because maybe you heard about number of initiatives that are not well moderated and they die. So here is the key person, central person in this in the tribes program. So as you perfectly described this person, project manager, coordinator, but also moderator of the session. So we have methodology of running the 2 hours squad session in a very effective way. We utilize well-known lean coffee or other agile techniques that are helpful in time boxing of the event, making it very concrete and very productive. So that's the role of the tribe master. And this person is also kind of community manager, because this role assures that people in the squad are linked together, they know each other, and they like each other. What is also interesting, Mark, we have now, after 2 years, when we have 5 tribe masters, we have communication across the tribes. So I will give you the example. One of the tribe masters in Brussels raised the call to other tribes in the name of one of the tribers, asking financial sector companies to join the special force that will discuss the open source usage in the financial sector. So then having 4 or 5 tribes, we are able to create what we call a huddle, specialized group to sort out or to address the particular issue raised by one of the tribers. So that's the key person, the tribe master. We hire those people, we select them, we know who it should be, what should be the capabilities of that person.
So we assure confidentiality within a tribe. However, if a problem is not solvable in that tribe and they agree to it, and it's non-confidential, if they agree it's a standard IT issue that's no company has a competitive advantage on per se, then we can go across tribes, is what you're saying. So a CISO group in Brussels can network with all the other tribes in Europe and get other CISOs, 10, 20, 30 more CISOs to contribute to that conversation. That's what we call a huddle. And that's all included in the annual tribe service.
Exactly, Mark. And to be very honest, and I'm proud of it, among the 400 issues that were solved or addressed from the beginning of this program, only 5 times we needed to go outside the tribe to search for additional knowledge. That's amazing. That's powerful method of addressing issues through the peer-to-peer network of experts. That's the key assumption. So, but sometimes we simply find the interest across the tribes, and then we link people to discuss particular issue or topic in more detailed way. So you can see on the screen the main terms. I will not go into them because we don't have enough time. We can dedicate the next session on the 12th of November for that. So we have squad members and they discuss topics, but they also solve issues. The difference between issue and topic is crucial here, because issue is the concern of a company defined by the experts from this company. So then the discussion, so imagine I'm asking that I define my current challenge and ask all of you to help me to take the right decision in my current circumstances. So that's the difference between the issue discussion and the topic discussion. So each time we discuss the issue, the real issue of the real organization. And after 20 to 30 minutes, this person, lady or man, is leaving the session with the very precise advice given by the practitioners from the tribe. So that's the beauty of this mechanism. I hope you feel it, Mark.
I certainly do. And, you know, I'm asking you questions and interviewing you in a way to, you know, to pull out all of the aspects that you've now designed. Can you mention, you know, we talked about 10 companies in a tribe and them being non-competitive. This is a problem-solving network. It's not ad hoc. You don't call a friend at another company and get their opinion. You know, that's very random and it's very ad hoc. But this is very persistent. They're working, you know, across the year. Can you talk about 2 aspects? We have less than 10 minutes now, Bartocz, but one is, what kind of time commitment, you know, does a company give towards this? Do they think it's burdensome? Are they pleasantly surprised on this is just the reality of working in IT and it's just a great outlet to problem solve? But just kind of talk about the efficiency of their time in this type of program. And then secondarily, in the last few minutes, Bartocz, if you can kind of comment on the profile of companies in a particular tribe. I think it's a mix of multinationals and more regional or local companies. But it's fair to say we have several multinationals that are participating in Europe. And I don't think we can announce it yet. I'll leave it to you, but I believe we have now 2 Fortune 50 companies that their subsidiaries in Europe are participating.
Mm-hmm. So answering to the first question, or maybe the second will be easier, Mark. Okay. So the participants, as I said, are always non-competing companies. So as I also mentioned, CIONET local team builds the tribe. So we have companies like Amazon in Amazon digital department here in Poland involved in one of the tribes. We have companies like ING, BNP Paribas, Crédit Agricole from the banking sector. We have Generali Group from insurance sector, but we have also local telecoms and the local public sector companies. I could mention their name, but for the American market, it will mean nothing, of course. But it will be the same situation for you. And we have the same exercise now in Germany, Spain, Australia. Netherlands and Italy that we already started building the tribe. So we go to the market, to our members, and we propose to join the tribe. And one of the first questions we get is, what will be the time consumed by our people? And here we have two answers. First is just maths. So if I tell you one session of 2 hours per month, that's the calculation of the time spent by this person, plus maybe 30 minutes to prepare to the session. But the reality is, when people feel the power of the mechanism, they create lots of huddles. So because they want to share spending more time, because they see the power of the program. So as I said, more than 7 people in the program, and they spend more time. But the beauty of it is, it's always relevant to the challenges they have. So I will not give you the answer statistically, but what I can say, the minimum is 2-3 hours per month to solve the problems and to learn from others. But the reality is, those people spend around 10 hours because they join different huddles and they use the program extensively.
I'm sorry, Amy. And Bartosz, I might add, there's two sides to that equation. One is the time investment to be involved in the tribe and the huddles. But the other side of that equation is the efficiency by which you're problem solving. You'd earlier said 395 of 400 issues were very efficiently solved, within these tribes over the last year, when you look across all of the tribes. So yes, you can look at the time investment required, but equally make the calculation that this is an incredibly efficient way to problem solve. So maybe at the end of the day, you're saving more time than actually spending more time.
Exactly. So one last sentence from myself, and serious promise, that on the 12th and on the next dates of our webinars regarding tribes, we will invite real tribers, as we say. So you will be able to ask questions and to listen to the expert that is participating in the program. So then you will hear about exactly about, Mark, what you said. So about the savings that were achieved through the solutions grabbed on the tribe session. Amy, I go back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. We are getting up to the top of the hour, but we're getting several questions. One question that keeps coming in over and over again is there a particular size company IT shop that would benefit from tribes? Is there a constraint on the size of the IT organization, I think is another way of saying it.
In the European terms, we believe that the size of IT organization should be above 40 to 50 people in the IT shop. So, but among our current tribes, we have one tribe of really huge companies, and it works perfectly. And we have also one tribe of the companies that the size of IT shop is between 50 to 100 people. So that's our task in CIONET, to build a tribe of the similar companies, of the maturity and the size. So we have methodology for that. Let's talk about it on one of the next webinars. I can present to you how we do it.
Perfect. Thank you so much for that. Now we have a second question. As a CIO, do I get to access reports on the issues my team is working on?
Yes, of course, there's the whole reporting mechanism that we implemented. So we have what we call tribe board in the program, which is the collection of the group of all the CIOs. And we meet with you, dear CIOs, 3 times a year, and we report back to you with the efficiency of the program, activities of your activity of your employees, but we also collect the feedback from the team that is flowing through you to us. So the quality is managed in the program through the mechanism of tribe boards. I hope it was the answer, Amy.
Perfect, perfect. And one last question as we're hitting the top of the hour. Can a company rotate their team members?
Yes, they can, but at the very beginning, we would like to dedicate the first team, what would be the term in America you send the first line team to the pitch. But then later you can make changes. You can replace those people. You can invite additional experts depending on the topic and on the backlog of issues.
Perfect.
Because the relevancy will be much higher.
And also the app is the record of all the activity.
Yeah. So when the new member shows up on the session, we make him the real triber. So we give him the access to the platform. We officially invite him to the program. So it's well managed.
Thank you very much, Bartocz. Thank you, Mark, for your time today. Thank you, everyone, for joining the CIONET Tribes briefing. We look forward to seeing you again at our next event in 2 weeks' time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.